Hello everybody. It's been a little bit. I am so happy to be on here. So the other day I tried to get on and every single thing was going wrong. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. I can't do this. Apparently something's stopping me from jumping on to say hello. So that day was out. I was taping, my phone fell, then I got it up and then it fell again. And it was just like one thing after another. So finally I'm like, okay, if one more thing happens, I'm not going to film today. And sure enough, the phone in another area of my car fell right out. So I'm like, okay, that's not in the cards for today. So I'm at the garage right now. I just picked up my car. I had to get new back brakes and I had to get an oil change. My brakes have been sounding like a flute, literally. Hoo, 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 hoo. So we just got that to the garage and Dana's in pain right now and I'm just sitting in my car and then I'll follow him home. So anyways, I tried, guys, to edit my video when I was on vacation. So I'll just tell you. So we went to Disney World and we had so much fun. So I'm not gonna make a video of Disney World, but I'm gonna add to this video some Disney pictures. I did make like a 2-minute video that I was going to put on this channel while I was there, but unfortunately it's got all of the Disney music in the background and I can't play that because of copyright. So some of the parts I can add different music so it could be, you know, not silent, and I might do that on this video that will sound fun and upbeat and happy. A couple of times, I think 3 times that I did talk, I couldn't use the footage because it had all that music in the background. So I'm just going to insert pictures and I'm just going to tell you on this video how that trip went. We went to Disney World at like around the end of April. We were in the middle of our whole house reno, as I had showed you in other videos and told you I was heading out one day. We were going on vacation. I think we went for 7 nights and it was so much fun. A bunch of my family went and we met everybody there, and Dana and I flew by ourselves. Hold on, he's done. What's he doing? He's hobbling over to his truck. Okay, I guess we're all set. He's just looking at me like, who is she talking to? Bye. Okay, bye. It's 5:30. We're just picking the car up now, and I think we're both so hungry, and we're gonna go home and make some dinner. It's been a busy day today. We've had a lot of things going on. Oh, he's gonna let me go first. Okay, see you, dude. Bye-bye. So we had a busy day. Let me go back to my vacation. So Dana and I flew, and I do have a few pictures that I'll put in, and it was a great flight and all that. We had fun. We went to Universal for one day. We took one of the granddaughters over to Universal for the day. Me and my other daughter had made a deal with her that if she read all of the Harry Potter books, which she had already read a lot of them, one of my daughters was going to pay half for her ticket for Universal, and then I jumped in on their little deal and said, okay, if you do end up finishing it, I'll pay for the other half, because she loves Harry Potter. So we ended up taking her, and she did end up finishing all of the books. One of the kids had been saving their money like all year for this trip, and so they could have spending money and get whatever they wanted to get instead of, like, you know, birthday presents or whatever. So any of the kids that got money, she spent all of her money, most of it, at Universal and Harry Potter. Oh, it was so fun watching that all go down. So that was super fun. And then we were at Disney the rest of the days, and that was great. It was fun and really busy. And I'm going to insert a few pictures. We did, you know, we did the character breakfast at the Polynesian. That was fun. We did the theme parks. We only did the pool one day, honestly. You would think we would have been in that pool like the whole time, but we were just so busy. we were back in the grind of our house, and Dana he had like a lot of doctor's appointments and stuff. He's got quite a lot of issues right now, so he did all of his appointments and stuff. And my friend finished a good amount of the work at the house, which was great, and he had done a lot while we were gone too. So when we got home, we're down to like small stuff. So close. We're down to like the real nitty gritty, and I can't wait. And we are ready for summer now at the house. I've ended up making all of my cushions, and I did a video on that on my other channel. I got that done. We got everything up and running at home, so that's all good. Well, our friend did, and I've been keeping up. I've been doing really good at like keeping up on the mowing and keeping up on the pool and stuff. So usually Dana does all that stuff, but he's kind of out of commission, so me and my friends are keeping it up. So that's really good. And I've been doing really good at keeping up on the mowing, and I'm so proud of myself, because years ago I used to be the one that always did the mowing. I was a real big one that loved to go out and mow the lawn, and then Dana started doing it through time, and so he's always been the one to do it, but I've kind of taken back that job. So I'm excited for that. And I've been keeping up on the pool, and that's always been Dana's job. I would just go out and vacuum it if my company was coming right then and he wasn't around. I would do it, but he was always pretty good at keeping up on it. So I've taken over that job too, because he can't do that right now either. So that's going good. Now we're ready to start summer. One of my daughters is coming home. She's only coming home for a few days, and then they'll be home in the summertime for the rest of the summer. They'll be back around the end of the month for the whole summer. So that's my daughter that lives in Nashville. So that's really exciting. She told me today that we might be having company. Like she said, don't be surprised if her boyfriend and the dogs come home this weekend. She's coming home this weekend just to go to a bachelorette party stuff for one of her friends. But she said, don't be surprised if Max comes home with the dogs, and then he'll be home for the summer. And because she'll be home at the end of the month, and then she'll just, if she needs to go back to Nashville for anything, she'll just fly right back if she has to go to some appointments or something. So that's going to work out good. And I was saying to Dana, I said, if there's a time, I kind of don't mind running out with her when she has to go back to her house for a couple of days or something. I don't mind going back with her. I'll fly back with her, hang out with her at the house, and then I'll just come back with her on the plane. And I said that'd be kind of fun because I'm all about the Grand Ole Opry stuff. So I watch so much YouTube stuff, and it's all music people, and I just I'll just tell you who I absolutely love. I love Jelly Roll. I love his wife Bunny. I love their whole group. I just really do. I love them. I think Jelly Roll sometimes goes and plays at the Grand Ole Opry. Craig Morgan, I've been listening to him, and he's at the Grand Ole Opry all the time. He lives right there in Nashville when he's not in Alaska. I'm really into music, right? And now there's this new girl. She's not really new. She's been around, but I've only found her in the last, less than a year. And her name is Emily Ann Roberts, and she lives right close to Nashville too. They all live right beside. They're all right there. And I just am in love with her. Her and her husband, and they have Sasser House, and they have Emily Ann Roberts channel, and she is just all over the place with her concerts, and they just show their home life, and they're just so fun. And she'll take you on everything with her. She puts her makeup on, and she's a gardener. They garden, and whatever she's doing, she'll take you. It's awesome. I just love her. She had this crochet class that she was going to have in Nashville, and I told my daughter, and I may have told you this story, that when I come to Nashville, maybe she'll have one of those crochet classes. I'll go. And she said she did it that one time, and she said she's too busy for that. But she does love to crochet. They call her Eehaw Meemaw. And I might have told you this story. And then this new guy, I just love him so much. I think he went out for American Idol back in 2020. I think Emily Ann Roberts did too. But anyways, long story short, Jody, you have to listen to him. Jody Silvers. He is amazing. He's country music. Oh, he is so good. So I ended up commenting on his video. I'm not a big commenter on, I don't comment a whole lot, but I ended up commenting on one of his videos, and he ended up writing back. And then I joined one of his small groups of people, and there wasn't very many people in it. And I just binge watch him. I go on YouTube, or I go on Facebook, and then when you're scrolling, it just leads you to, I guess, the people that you give likes to. And I just get so much of his content, and I just love him, and I hope you guys go check him out. And you can tell him that I sent you, because I would be really happy. And I hope that I get to see him in Nashville sometime, because he is amazing, and I think he lives right in Nashville too. So, when you go to the Grand Ole Opry anyway, you never know who you're going to see there. So I'm hoping that I see some of these guys over there, because I know Emily Ann does go there, Jelly Roll goes there, Craig Morgan goes there. Oh, I just love Craig Morgan, and I have seen him at the Grand Ole Opry, and he's just so real. I just love real people, and that's what I feel with Jelly Roll and Bunny. They're just so real. And I just bought Bunny's book. I just did end up buying her book, and I was a little upset that I didn't buy it back in, I remember back in March, I think, is when she came out with the book. And she got bestseller in the world. So that book just came today. I told Dana, I'm like, I don't have time to read a book, right? I was gonna buy it on Audible, but I don't have Audible, and by the time I figure out how to get it, I could have read the book. But I'm like, that's one of them books I'm just gonna like sit and just, I just look so forward to reading it. And everybody that I've heard or seen on like YouTube and stuff that has, read it, it's a hard book to get through. It's a good book, but her life has just been very hard. And I was watching one of Bunny's podcasts, and it was her with Delilah. Delilah, she's so precious. Delilah comes on late at night, and she's on the radio, and she has that beautiful voice, and it's so calm and motherly, and she always gives the little stories and plays songs to who dedicated the song, and she's so wonderful. And she was on Bunny's podcast, and she said, it took me 3 weeks to read that book. She goes, I was physically sick because of, she had a hard life. Bunny had a really, really, hard life. So to read that book, Delilah had said she gets physically ill when there's like trauma or something like that she has to, she feels people's pain, right? Because she's so empathetic and stuff, and I just love that in people. And she said it just took her so much to read it because it was so emotional in her own self, even though she wasn't living that life. She's like, I just wished I was your mother and could have helped you through all these hard times and stuff. And I just can't wait. Even Bunny's best friend said, I didn't know some of the, Bunny's very, very vocal with her life and what she's done in life. Her and Jelly Roll have never kept any of their stuff secrets, and they were broken. They had a lot of issues that they had to overcome and work on and learn about themselves, and they've never denied that. And I love that so much about them, and I think that's why the world loves them too, is because they're just so honest and they're so transparent, and I love that, and I think the world loves them for that too. But anyways, long story short, Bunny's best friend says, she said she bawled when she read the book, because they're together all the time, but she didn't know every single thing that was going to be in this book. And she said, I didn't know that all these things happened, and you'd cry for Bunny to have to live through all that. So Not really promoting all of them, but I'm just telling you, I love all of them. Everybody I'm talking about. So that's where my head's been. But you have to go check out Jody Silvers. Oh, just is so good. He sings so good, and he's so adorable with this little boy. He has a little child named Noah, and he is so adorable. It's just the most precious thing to see. So go check him out for sure. Anyway, what else is new? Now that I've talked about all these people that I'm not really friends with, but I just adore all of them. So here in central Maine, it's been warming right up like crazy. Today, right now, it's 5:30, 73 degrees, not too bad. It is time to start enjoying the summer and all what summer has here. Our summers are very, very short. We don't even really swim much until like around July 4th. The kids will. They'll go in June, but I mean, the pool's always open, but it's really, the water's pretty cold. So come July 4th, everybody swims right up until the end of August. Usually about that third week of August, it starts getting cold, but then it's not as much. So you don't get that much time, but it's all good. All right, let me just touch real quick on, I don't think I've made a video since when I was going to go to the doctors. I was already back from my trip, and I was going to go to the doctors. That was after our Disney trip, and I was down 11 more pounds. Oh, I'm feeling so good. So I think my total, I did weigh myself today, but I'm a little scared because I don't think I want to weigh myself at home. I was down another 4, but I'm not going to count that yet. I think I'm down about 30 pounds altogether. And I am feeling so good. And I'm eating just very low carb, and I'm just trying not to eat a lot, and I'm just trying to only eat when I'm hungry, you know, and it's really working really good for me. So I'm loving that. One thing I do need to get better at is drinking more water. I know I've said that before, but I do need to drink more water. When I went to the doctors, I did have the blood work done. I think that was the last video I was making, was I was having blood work done, and I had that blood work done. So when I was at the doctor's, my blood work came out great. I had even my cholesterol was down. Remember I said I was just getting a little bit, I wasn't high. She wanted me to maybe take a preventative. I didn't do it, and I was down, and I told her I was fixing myself, and she said, don't stop what you're on though. And I said, I won't, but I'm not adding anything to it if I don't have to. So I'm not stopping what I'm on. I didn't up anything. I told you that she thought maybe I should up some of the stuff. I absolutely decided no. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna fix myself. I said that in one of the videos. And so far, so good. So now I see her in a couple of months, but I don't think I'm gonna weigh myself. I did weigh myself today. I was down 4 more pounds. But see, it instantly makes me feel like, oh, it should have been more. Oh, I don't know. I think I am better off to just not do it. I haven't done it up for so long. I'm better off just let the doctor, when I go see the doctor for my checkups, they can weigh me. I know that I'm losing. My clothes fit me. They're like getting so big on me, and it is so, what a good feeling. You can't see it right now, but I mean, my shirts, look, even my t-shirt is like, whoa. I love it. It's so good. Even my shoes, everything just feels good. So I'm super happy with all of that. But when I get home, it's 5:40 now, and I was gonna cook on the grill some chicken, but I'm afraid to, because I bought just the chicken legs, and they're very, very greasy, and Dana won't eat that anyway. But I thought, well, I'll just cook them on the grill, and then I don't want all the grease in my grill, and it will take too long. It'll just be quicker for me to just throw them in the oven. So I'm just gonna have baked chicken, and I've got like Brussels sprouts and kale, and I think that's what I'm gonna have for supper. And I can't even wait because I am getting hungry. Every single day I've been having this. This is so good. I've been having an apple sliced up really thin, almost like shoestrings. And I've been having that in one of the yogurts. It's like Oiko yogurt. It's like 8 carbs. I've been having that. So one of those containers with a whole apple and with a small handful of pecans. Oh my goodness. And then I mix it all up and it is so good. And it's amazing when you eat really good how good everything tastes too. And I don't crave anything, which is good. And I'm not hungry all that often. So that makes it really easy. But when I'm off everything like that and I'm only eating good, all good food, you just feel how good the food actually tastes. And I love that part whenever I do really good like that, how it's amazing how delicious every vegetable tastes. So anyways, we got a busy weekend coming up. We've got a lot of stuff this week. Hoping that next week I get back in the groove. Our friend is working and doing a lot of the last minute things. I had to go yesterday and get like a couple of curtain rods because on my porch I'm putting some curtain rods for my quilts. I have put out a little bit of content on my sewing channel. Oh, no, I did. I ended up finishing. I have 35 quilts that are not finished. They're all made and they've just been sitting there. And my friend came over the other day and she's like, April, you have got to sell these because what am I going to do with them all? So anyways, long story short, all I got to do is find time to get them up on my long arm. Long story, long arm, the bobbing broke on the long arm and Dana adjusted it a little bit, the little case. Thought it would work, but it didn't. Today I did have time to go up and play on that. I'm working on my sister's quilt right now. I made all of the blocks like years ago. Went out and bought all the purple fabric for it, made the blocks, they're pineapple blocks, and I sewed them together this year. And I have got to get her that quilt, but it's up on the long arm. And I finished 2 other quilts on the long arm and finished them, put the binding on. So I got those done this week. Those I'm gifting to my friend for one of her events. I've been really, every minute I had, I was kind of sewing this week too. Whenever I would run in the house and have a few minutes. A lot of it I did in the house, but I did go up in my other sewing room quite a bit. My friend just washed the house and washed the garage. It looks so good. It looks pretty. We have little pet bats up there. We've had these bats forever, ever since we've lived here. We came here in '89 and we've had bats outside every night. When you go outside, they circle around my house and they're sweet. They don't bother anybody. But one of them flew out while the guy was washing, and I'm like, don't mess with his little, he lives under one of our vents, and he can't get in because we have a screen blocking it, so he can't actually get in from the vent. So he's just up there, and maybe he doesn't really live there, but I know he has hung out there before. So I told my friend, do not spray those chemicals on him in his little vent, and I don't mind. I'll have the dirty little vent if I have to, rather than disrupt my little bats. I love my little bats. We have a little woodchuck out here today. He's been coming up from my neighbor's house, and I took pictures, sent them to her, and he was a cute little woodchuck, but he's been down at her house for all the time. She sends me pictures, tells me that he's down there. She had some dog toys outside, and I'm like, well, it's just because he wants to play with all the little dog toys. She sent him up here to get into my garden today, but my garden's not planted yet. It's still just outside. It needs to go in the ground. This weekend, that's my plan, to get my garden in. So I'm putting it in pots. Okay, I gotta go. Here comes Dana. I will talk to you guys soon. So nice to see you all. Okay, that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'm going in to make dinner, and I will see you guys real soon. Bye. Like and subscribe. Bye. Say bye, little Miss Ready Thready.